Once upon a time, deep within a forest, there lived a lonely bear. He was big and strong, but he was very lonely. He had no friends. All the other animals were afraid of him. They would run away whenever they saw him. So one day the bear was walking through the woods when he saw a little mouse playing at the edge of a lake. The bear wanted to befriend the mouse, but when he got closer, the mouse ran away. The bear was sad, but then an idea came to him. He dipped his big paw into the sand and made a little mark. Then he went back to his cave and waited. The next day, the mouse was playing near the lake again, and the bear called out to her, "Hi, little mouse, come over here." The mouse was afraid, but she saw that the bear was making marks in the sand, and she couldn't help but be curious. She took a deep breath and slowly approached the bear. "What are you doing?" the mouse asked nervously. The bear smiled and said, "I'm writing stories in the sand. Would you like to hear one?" The mouse nodded, and the bear began to tell her stories about brave bears and clever mice who lived in the forest. He made amazing pictures with his paws, and the mouse listened, completely captivated. Every day the bear would write new stories for the mouse, and she would come and listen. They became friends, and the bear was no longer lonely. The other animals in the forest started to notice the happy friendship between the bear and the mouse, and they began to wonder if the bear was really as scary as they thought. One day the rabbit hopped by and saw the bear making more marks in the sand. "What are you doing?" the rabbit asked. The bear looked up and said, "I'm writing stories. Would you like to hear one?" The rabbit was a bit nervous, but the bear's voice sounded kind, so he sat down to listen. The bear told him exciting tales of rabbits who outwitted foxes and hares, and the rabbit was totally engrossed. When the story was over, the rabbit said, "That was amazing. Can I see the pictures you drew?" But when he looked at the sand, he could only see a few faint marks. The bear had made them so quickly that the wind had already started to erase them. The rabbit was disappointed, but the bear had an idea. He dipped his paw into a nearby puddle, and with wet sand, he made an even bigger and better picture. This time, it was a picture of the rabbit himself, hopping through the forest. The rabbit was so surprised and pleased that the bear had drawn a picture of him. He was no longer afraid. In fact, he liked the bear very much. From that day on, the rabbit became the bear's friend, and together they would play in the forest. Soon, all the other animals started coming to see the bear's stories too. They would sit around him, listening to his wonderful tales and looking at his amazing pictures. The bear was no longer lonely, and the forest was a much happier place because of the stories in the sand. The end.